you mentioned that you're running a webinar saying 5 numbers to get 61% more profit. I don't even know what my profit is. I hate doing numbers. How do I start liking it, and how do I learn how to do it?
Well, I think you start liking the numbers when you realise what they mean and what they do for you in your business. And that's why I only want people to focus on 5 numbers, because these 5 numbers are what give you your profit. Improve those 5 numbers, then it takes control of your whole business and drives it forward. So you don't need to be scared of them anymore, because it's only 5 numbers and they're easy numbers to measure and they're easy numbers to improve.
And we're going to do it live. If you can't measure your numbers, we'll actually do it live, won't you? You are going to get on the computer, aren't you?
Absolutely. We will look at your numbers, and actually we'll probably even do a bit of prep beforehand so that I know that you're coming to the session prepared. Don't worry, I will be there to help you through it. It's easy, trust me, and it will give you more money, more profit. So it will be worth every minute of your time. Louise, how do you get your team to love you?
I'm just naturally charismatic. What can I say? That's the same thing we bang on about the whole time, is consistency. So I think when you've got a small team, you can be charismatic. You can lead from the front, and it is good to have a charismatic leader. We all love that. But actually, to have a strong, stable team, you need that stability. And so that's one of the things we're going to be looking at, is actually, we bang on about systems, but systems aren't just, computer systems. They are actually, how do you manage it? How do you manage yourself? If you can manage yourself properly, what they want is consistency. And that isn't from you just not having emotions. That is from you consistently dealing with the problems in a stable way. Why is recruitment so hard?
Why is recruitment so hard? I think it's hard because we don't focus on it enough. I don't think we spend enough time on it. I think it gets hard, so we stop. And maybe that's not just recruitment. Maybe there's other things in our businesses that get hard, so we just avoid them. And I think recruitment is one of those. The first time you get ghosted by a potential candidate, or the first time somebody doesn't turn up for a trial day, I can't recruit, nobody wants to work, and all these sort of negative things come into your head, and it just stops you moving forward. And it's just a numbers game. Just keep doing it every day consistently, and it works.
On the workshop on the 16th, we've not put a specific recruitment topic on there, because what we've realised is everyone talks about recruitment the whole time. So all topics cover recruitment. So that's why there's not a specific one, but we're going to talk about it a lot.
It's key to growing the business, isn't it? What do you love to do outside of the business, and how can you make sure that you keep your business fun as well as what you do outside of it?
I think we all work hard on balance, and it's really interesting when I talk to people about this, because they go, I never get time to myself, and if I did, I'd go out for a meal with my friends, or I'd go for a bubble bath, and I don't do that. I want to be alone. I've realised I am an introvert completely. So some people in a social situation gain energy, I lose it, and you see me get gradually more depleted. There is nothing I want to do more than be alone. So a mountain's perfect for me. I'm alone, having a workout, my phone doesn't work. I love that. I treat my business like a big game of Monopoly. I mix up all the time. I'm like, I come up with a new idea, get super excited, put it in place, and then see what happens, really. And so for me, life's one big game. I messing up is not a problem. I do it, when you just kind of take the consequences. It's like if you lose properties on Monopoly, it happens. And overall, if you play for long enough, you'll win and you make less mistakes. And I'm really lucky to have someone behind me who listens to my ridiculous ideas, lets me go ahead and puts in the stability. In fact, I build teams in every business, and I make sure there is someone behind me to basically keep me under control. Because like a lot of business owners, I get way too excited, have far too many ideas, and I'm going to talk about this, consistency. So I'm lucky to have my husband behind me, who, when I decide to take on this immense project, goes, and how do you intend to deliver that? And I go, I haven't really thought about that. I just looked at the numbers.
Yes, it's that sense of fun and playfulness, but you've got sort of systems, if you like. It is people, but it's systems in place to kind of keep it a little bit more manageable, but you can still have fun.
you can still have fun. Do it. Go out. Find out what happens. If a customer pees you off, find out what happens when you tell them what you think of them. But we've just done a podcast on this, and I was saying, like, I keep doing big changes in the business, and every time I do a change, you lose staff, and you kind of go, oh, that really upsets me. But let's do it and see what happens. Life's one big game. If it's not a big game, what are you in it for? I think if you're in it just for the money, well, that's great. But you've got to have that sense of fun comes from you. You wake up in the morning, you decide to make it fun. I do a lot of training, and I've got to train them to clean 10 bathrooms that day. Well, you can make it a game, or you can slog them through it, or you can say, right, I know you've got to clean 10 bathrooms, let's get on with it, let's do it this way. And I think making it fun kind of comes from that decision every morning to get up and enjoy your day. Whether something's fun or not is your perception of it. I get some things are just fundamentally not fun and you just have to do those, but there are a lot where you can choose to make the most of it. Or if it's not fun, give yourself a treat. If I've got to do something really not fun, well, there's a Greg's across the road and I'm having a donut afterwards and now I'm on a diet.
So if you've got a question for Louise and I, put some in the comments and we'll answer them on our next video rather than giving each other really challenging questions. Why don't you give us some really challenging questions?